I don't like this one. This one with the thing on the top. Oh, do you know what we can do? Clown. Clown. Gone. That is it. We are never going to see that thing again. Hello everybody and welcome back to the next episode of City Skylines with me, Biffa. We're going to be working on this area here today, putting some extra effort into our services. We have our water services here, we have our trash services, we might even get to doing something with our power services as well. But this is the piece of land that we're going to be working on here in Buffalo County. So I'm looking forward to that. The city, if we come out of that view, is ticking along nicely. We are making money. We have needs for growth. Population goes up, goes down. It's about the 4,500 to 5,000 amount, which is fine. So I would like to prepare this area here for some builds and see what we can do. So we've got a lot of industry that we've sort of been building up along here, and I've slowly been sort of chipping away at this. Eventually this is all going to go, and I'm trying to encourage our people to come and work over here at the Empire Farmland and the other little businesses that we've got built up in here, and also to come and work over here in our fishing industry, which we can work on and increase as well. Just thinking about that before we dive into our services build, I wanted to check the buses that we set up in a previous episode. I think we can sort of drop these down a bit. We've got a few vehicles that have got hardly anybody on, so I'm going to drop that down to 6, and I think the other one as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, probably about the same on those. That's a clockwise and anti-clockwise routes that we've got going on there. So I think that'll be fine, and that covers... yeah, it gets them to almost... you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move these stops, because at the minute they're sort of bringing people to the middle of nowhere. We're going to bring that right into the heart of our little farming hub we've got going on here, and the other side of the road. There we go. And then hopefully, if we have a look at this, we've got space for workers until next level. Oh, we haven't really got even enough space to get to the next level, but we haven't even got enough workers up to the space that we have got of workers. I'm sure that made sense totally to you, no problem at all. And let's have a look over here as well. Yeah, it doesn't even come over to this side. I mean, this is going to be a huge bus loop if I end up with another one there. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do, we're going to put another little loop in here. We're going to have a stop. We've got these stops here. I'm going to bring it a little bit further down the road. We're going to go there, and then it's going to head off down here into our fishing industry. You can go on that side of the road. You can sort of, yeah, in the middle there. Then the other side of the road, I'll spread it out. We'll go up there, then it can come all the way back, and it will just loop round and connect to there. And I think that'll be fine. Just if anybody wants to get there, they can come to this stop, walk down to here, and head across. Let me just name that. There we go. That's Lafayette Height to our as yet unnamed fish area. We've got 3 vehicles going over there. Be interesting to see how that goes. Right, so let's take a look down here. What have we got to work on? Well, I've got some assets that I've downloaded here, mostly from Avania, I think some from Ronix as well, that give us all these different buildings so we can put together a water purifying area, which I think is going to look fantastic in here. We've got a couple of other options for power, so we're going to work on something with that as well. And we've also got some garbage, trash related items, which I think will be very helpful too. Right, so I think what I'm first going to do over here is, let's have a think. It's probably going to be stretched sort of around this area here. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to keep the game running while we're doing this. I'm going to remove all of this industry over here. We might sort of end up imbalancing the city a little bit, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah, so we're going to have something like that. Then I think this section along the back here, these are going to cost a lot of money. So I'm getting the city running on fast speed so we can get as much money in as possible. Then I want to lay out some of these. So these are costing 10,000 each. And I want some of these in a nice row along here. So we could end up spending 10, gap in between 20. What do these actually do for our city as well? Drain capacity. So these are basically acting as if they were these inland water treatment plants or the water drain pipe or something like that. Interesting. So the drain capacity we have at the moment is 120,000, so 240,000 meters cubed a week. These are going to just give us absolutely so much. It's going to be nuts. So maybe we're not going to go as huge on this as I thought we would. We'll go for sort of a mini setup and see how it goes. Otherwise, we're going to be spending so much money. What's the upkeep on these things as well? 800 a week. What's the upkeep on these? Yeah, 320 a week. So if we're not careful, we are going to absolutely be blasting through money like nobody's business. Okay, well, let's just keep this a reasonable size. So I'd like some roads and things around these. There we go, just to square those off. Don't worry, we'll hook up the water in a bit. And then I also wanted to put some of these in. We've got the clarifiers as well. So these actually do exactly the same thing. I've got two different clarifiers here. What's the difference here? 172,000, cost 6, 480. 112,000, cost 4, 320. I mean, there's probably some maths that can be done there to see which are better than the others. But I think we're going to go with these ones. I am going to put one at each end over here like that. And then I want some sort of building in the middle that's going to look like it's to do with this and it's to help all of this work. And yeah, we do have a few other buildings, sort of admin buildings and things. I'm thinking I'd like this in here, as it's not too big. Don't worry about it overlapping at the moment. We'll work on that. That can sort of go here. If we maybe shiftify these over a little bit. Do you know what? I'm going to change that. That's going to go there. That is going to come in here. And then I think these two are going to fit in here like this instead. Yeah, it seems like they should be next to each other. I mean, that could be good for now. That is a lot of... Is this going to show up on here before we even hook it up? Yeah, we're off the charts anyway. I should have looked at the information down there, but these also is drain capacity as well as all of these. We are going to be draining the capacity for the rest of this city build with these. I don't think we're going to have any issues at all. That's going to run through there. They are going to connect up individually. These are also want to connect up individually. Let's bring that down there. Excellent. And then we've got space down here. If we do need to build this up in the future, it shouldn't be a problem. Let's get both of those and set them to terrain height. There we go. That's good. And then we can do a little bit of detailing around there. I'm pretty sure that's empty. Excellent. So we're going to get rid of that. And we're going to do a little bit of work on these as well. So I'm going to empty that out. So now, if we get these pipes actually hooked up into our system that we've got, what's going to be the easiest way to do that? Let's go around here. There we go. And then we can remove these ones over here so we're not spending more money than we have to. There we go. Tidy that up a little bit. Okay, excellent. So that's the start. And then we've got our trash services as well I'd like to look at. So garbage processing, we'll have a look at the figures now. I'll go back and check the figures on that. We can do a bit of comparison. So production, landfill capacity, well, we've got that there, which I'm going to get rid of. Processing capacity is 120,000 units. That is the figure that we're looking at. And we've got some of these options here. So we've got like a simple landfill. I don't want that. But then these buildings that will hook together. Let's turn that view off so we can see. Yeah, all sorts of different buildings. So aluminium, ferrous metal. It's like a whole big complex that you can make with these and hook them together. So we're not going to use all of them, but there's a couple on here that oh, that is quite a good one. What is the figures on that one there? 102,400. Okay, 45 trucks. And this here is like a little a little recycling drop-off center that people would come to. Sort of similar to this. But I think we can sort of put those together and make something nice in here. So let's start off with this large building here. So we're going to bring that right up to the corner. And that has just spent a whole load of money. But colossal waste recycling. I like that. And we get the different vehicles that come out of here as well. Ooh, recycling truck. Yes. Got a couple of different ones here. Open container. Let's switch that to those. Excellent. They're obviously going to need some water, even though they've already sent their trucks out. They're so eager to gather up all the stuff that needs gathering. There we go, that's all hooked up. And then I'd like a little facility around the back here where people can come in and drop off their own stuff to be recycled. Let's just go like this and like that for now and see how big and whether we can afford the other one I wanted to put in. At the minute, no, we're going to be spending so much money. Darn it. It was this one here. How much is that costing? 22,000. All right, if we give it a second, we'll be there. But we could actually pop some of these in, couldn't we, as well? But I wanted to see how big this one was. So let's just get the money in first. Hey, we have the money. Let's drop that in there and just take a look at that. That is a nifty looking little unit, isn't it? I like that. So you've got the different types of recycling that you'd have a lot along here. It's got the same branding as this centre over here, which is good. It's got like the cars can go in, go out, stop, drop their stuff off. Excellent. We can do some recycling. Hey, what are these vehicles coming in out here? Oh yeah, there's loads of those going out. Oh, that's empty. Let us get rid of that. Once all the trucks have come in, and then boink, it's gone forever. Okay, cool. We can change the trucks on here as well. So let's have some closed trucks on this one. Very good, very good. So now we are going to be well over the capacity of what we need to do, which is fine. So we could probably just drop down our budget a tiny bit. I've already dropped it down on the water, just so we can afford to put some of these things in, but not spend an absolute fortune maintaining them. Let's do that. That'll be fine. And then we could always move some of these over here as well, to sort of add to the look. So if I grab that road, I'm going to bring that down the side, and I know these sort of go that way. There we go. We'll get rid of the other one. So that sort of becomes a little complex then. We'll just move that down so it goes onto there. Yeah, excellent. That is looking good. So let's just make sure we're covering what we need. Yeah, very good. Then we can do some extra detailing around there as well. What are the trucks on here? No, they just sent out the normal recycling trucks. Excellent. What the heck's happened to all the stuff that I put in there? It's all just like disappeared. When did that happen? Ah! Okay, there we go. I think that's looking okay as a start. Added a few little details in down here, mostly weeds and bushes along the side here. Upgraded the roads. I'm thinking it's going to get a lot of use, these roads. So rather than the gravel roads, I've got this concrete rural road, which, you know, doesn't look like a normal road. Looks well worn. I quite like that. Bit of parking and detail with the trucks. Fenced it all off. Put some parking out the front. Lots of parking down the side here for anybody that wants to use it. Few little details along here as well, and I think that is working rather well. Another little parking road along the back, so we'll have plenty of parking for all the people that are coming to work here. Haven't quite finished this yet. I might come back to that another time, but I've left some spaces for some offices when we do unlock those, because we're going to need some office buildings, and I don't want to keep using these office water buildings until we've got more money, because they're just costing us so much stuff. What do we need to get to for the offices? 6,000. Oh, we're not quite there yet. 5,342. But we are expanding. Oh, houses are appearing over here. Fantastic. That is exactly what I want to see. Once most of these are in, here comes another one as we speak. No, not yet. I will be adding more trees and things in as well. Let us just take a quick look at the services over here. I want to do it this way. Make sure everybody's okay. So, healthcare is being taken care of. Death care, yeah, that's fine. Childcare and elder care. Now, that's the two things that we haven't done yet that I was thinking we could use this little spot down here for. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, that's not too big, and that one's not too big. So what I think I might do is I'm quite happy just to place that along the road there. And that's going to cover a fair chunk of what we built so far. And then our childcare can actually fit... Do I want it along the side? No, that can fit along here as well. And that pretty much has the same area of effect. So that's going to help with... stopping any death waves that might come up in the future, and leveling out our population a little bit. But we do need to expand. What's your problem? 100% full. No more room. Ah, right. Okay. So you don't quite work the same as these then, do you? You work as if you were one of these. A landfill site. Okay. Well, that's slightly annoying, isn't it? Well, we're going to have to manually empty that thing from time to time. Hopefully, we've still got enough to take care of what we need. Yeah, all right, that's fine. And along with this as well, this does a bit. So, yeah, no problem. We'll just leave that running. And if you would like to support the channel and get your hands on some Biffa Plays merchandise, then head over to biffaplaysmerch.com and you can be drinking your cup of tea out of your very own Hugo There mug. Okay, so the city is growing nicely. We have some demand. So I'd like to fill in this area around here along the highway. Remember last episode we dipped the highway down and the noise doesn't really come up here too much. That's not so bad now, so not so worried about that. And I'd like to come in and fill this area all the way down to here. And I'm just wondering what to do in the centre here. We may get, I think we may get some little shops and things in this area here. So let's just have a look here how we're going to work this out. That is going to go and that's going to go. I think that's plenty of big roads coming through here. Let's just mark out with some standard 2U roads. It's going to be nothing fancy. That's 12U instead of... That's 11U. Oh, what's been going on here with what we've done? I think it might be because of the size of the road. So if we went to there and to there, that's still 11. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Okay, so this is what we're going to go for, so we can get as much in here as possible. That road there, I might just sort of connect it in, although I don't want too many connections on our couplet that's running through the middle there. And I'm also now thinking of upgrading this road. I think I might have said about doing that last time and didn't. We're going to use this same rural concrete style road there as a transition between the gravel sort of roads we've got in there with our eco houses, then getting across to the concrete. I think that works quite well. The speed on this is, it says 80, but I don't think that's right, because if we have a look here with traffic manager and the speed, oh, pops open, it's 50. 50 miles an hour. Oh, maybe that was 80 kilometers an hour. I don't know anyway, but we'll go with that. I think that works well. Excellent. Now for these areas over here, these houses, we are going to go for a slightly different design. Let's just get this district going in there. Sunset Park. And the style is going to be, if we open up over here, District Plus, we're going to use the University City Content Creators Pack. So that is all of these. You can see on the screen right here, we've got some nice commercial buildings, which I'll probably manually place the level 1 versions of the buildings here. But these are the ones we're going to let just grow in as they can, all sorts of various different sizes. So we're going to do that. So let me just get this district drawn in here. There we go. Excellent. So let's get these zoned in here. Then we're going to sort of see how they end up looking. So we'll fill that up there, that one there. I'm going to leave some spots for commercial. All of these ones, I think even these ones at the back as well, we're going to try and just get as many as we can. This bit I'm going to leave free because we're going to put some trees, just some things just to help with blocking the noise. So we're not going to do all of those ones around the outside, but everything else will get filled in. This might end up being commercial, that little strip there. So we're going to leave that. Then we're going to grab all of those down there. Not that one. Excellent. And we're going to grab this in here as well, and that in there as well, and that in there as well, just before we get the houses coming in. Thinking of some sort of park or something in here would be good. Let's go for a park over here in this section. I think that might be a good idea. That sort of covers most of that. I think for schools and everything, we're probably... all the schools are right down over there. So definitely I think we can add in a new elementary school for this area. Let's just go for one of these small ones, and that could also back up. It's going to be quite noisy there by the highway, but I think that'll be okay. And then next to that park, we could even add in, a little basketball court opposite over there like that. That should help with that. High school, I think. See, the high school is a long way away, all the way over there. What's the capacity going on here at the moment? That is nearly filled up. So definitely I think another high school down here would be good. Maybe just the standard high school. We could just sort of make this as a little school complex over here. So if we grab that spot there as well, and then maybe we could de-zone some of these next to it, and we'll build this into a little something. So we'll grab that area there. Let's have a look. So health services, again, a long way away. I think that will fit in well with what we're doing. Fire, again, is all the way over there. This hasn't got any, and this hasn't got any coverage. So I'm thinking we'll put this a little bit further down to here, perhaps in amongst the trees. There, that would work well. And then police coverage, we've got 2. I think that will be okay. I might come back and zone in some commercial. Yeah, I'm going to put that in by hand. Let's see what we get first of all, and then we'll come back, and when we have a commercial need, we will pop that in. Everybody's upgrading. They're loving what we're doing already. Fantastic. Stop. I don't think I set the correct style for this area. Whoops. Let's try that again. University City Content Creators Pack. Thank you very much. So that means anybody that's moved in so far, just to be sure, you are going to be deleted. Get out of here. Thank you. Don't come again. Oh, and while they're all growing, we have hit 6,000. Big town. We get access to another square, metros, campus areas, intercity bus, wall-to-wall buildings, offices. Excellent. A whole load of new stuff. And I think there's some... Oh, yeah, we get office zone. Fantastic. And I think there's some policies that we're going to want to put in. Oh, man. So many things to build. That's really going to help our city. Yeah, that is not one of the buildings that we want. Yeah, here we go. Look, these are the style of buildings that we want. Excellent. Looking good. They're growing in well. So while that's all growing, let's have a look at our city policies. So we're going to encourage biking. Doesn't cost us anything. Why not? What else would be good that's not going to cost us any money? I think at the moment, that's probably okay. The ones I'm really waiting for are these ones at the top here that help with money, which is good. Parks and recreation boost. It's going to cost us a bit, but I think that's going to help with getting more people into our city. And I think that will do for now. Excellent. Let's have a look. Yeah, these are growing in. I love these buildings. They look really cool. There we go. It's probably going to slow down with the building now because we do have a need for some commercials. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into here and we're going to tick this button. Requires DLC, CCP, University City. And then we're going to select just low density. And I also want to only select level 1, which I think this is the size. Yeah, you can't do that. What I'd have to do is come out of this and put building level in there. So if we pick out the ones that say L1 on them and pop some of these in here, I think we can get a nice little area going. I think there's some cool corner buildings that we could use as well in here. I bet that's like a level 3 or something. Level 2. We might get away with some level 2s. I tell you what, how about we just play some and we see how it goes. Something I'd like to add into here as well is some bike parking. We've got these bicycle parking which have been put together, let's have a look here, by Larry Skylines, and they match with the bluestone, with the cobblestone, cobblestone again, sandstone. So we're going to pop some of these around in here, and if you've got Ronix's bicycles, I believe you will get, there we go, you will get the bicycle assets in there as well, which I think look fantastic. Oh, there we go. I think it's looking good. It's looking good. I've just added this little network down here, which is one of Avanya's new planters. I just add something nice as you come into the city. Looking good. This section here, I'm thinking of leaving as an open park area. So we'll come back to that another time, because we do have another needs that we really need to take care of. A high demand for industries or offices. So if we have a look at our unemployment is 15%. We are getting people moving in, but obviously we've, oh, let's just get that one going again. Obviously we've been taking away our industry over here more and more people are working over here. We're 140, it was 150 a minute ago, which is just over the maximum, but we need to get up to 200. So I think if we increase this area over here, that will be good. Now we do need another flour mill. It's something I'm often seeing that we're short on. So I'm thinking if we could just add another flour mill over in this area. Let's go up to there and just sort of swing that around to there. There we go. Grab a flour mill and just place that up against there for now. That's going to give us another 45 jobs, which is good. And then we need, I mean, we could just place a couple of those and get up to the 200, but let's just do something a little bit different. Yeah, we have these industry area farms houses, which are really cool. These are made by Luminu, and these also have workplaces as well, 40 in each. I'm just thinking where would be a good spot to add these in. I mean, something up against the trees in the mountain. Trying to think sort of far away maybe from where all the noise is, where it's just some quiet farms. But I mean, maybe just along here would be okay, up against these fields. How big are they? They're not too big, actually. If we turn Anarchy off, yeah, they fit in there okay. I mean, they're quite close to the highway here, but we could do something about that. And they look quite nice as well. Look at them. We could really add some nice detailing, worker efficiency. So that, yeah, beefs up the area in here as well. And hopefully that's given us, that's what I'm looking for. Yes, we've got 236 spaces now. We only need to get up to 200 before it jumps to the next level. And that will give us a whole load of new items, which is good. So that is going to help. How are we doing over here? Houses are coming in. Excellent. That is what we want to see. I am thinking about adding in some more industry. But could we do that by offices instead? So we left these spaces over here, didn't we, for offices? So if we sort of, what I want to do is fill in some of this down here, but I don't want to get up against the fence or up against the car park. Oh, there we go. Excellent. I knew that was going to happen. So now we've got the lemonade factory, the milking parlour. Cool. Right, we'll come back to those. So yeah, a few sort of offices dotted around the place. We don't have a zone over here of anything. No, okay, so they should just grow in as normal. And even these places in here and this, if they could grow to be some offices, and a few along the front there, maybe just leave some gaps in between every now and again. Whoa, there we go. Ah, excellent. We have some growing in. Let's see what we get. Okay, not too bad. Maybe could just do with a little bit of manoeuvring around here. So I'm going to leave that small one there. Let's grab that one, bring that up against. This is quite a big office, but I don't mind that one in there. And then that one up against here. Looks okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to dezone that so we don't get anything there. That's all right, isn't it? Nice little complex there. What have we got over here? We've got some complaints about water. How dare you complain? As if I would forget to give you water. I like those three actually in there. That fits really well. What have we got in here? I don't like this one. This one with the thing on the top. Oh, do you know what we can do? Ooh, 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 ooh. The only time I'm going to use Bob and be happy to remove every single thing, every single one of these. Is that a clown thing on here somewhere? Clown. Clown. Gone. That is it. We are never going to see that thing again. Right, so things are growing nicely. We've added some offices down here. I've just been sort of finagling them together, lining them up into little clumps, trying to make them look a bit nicer, but we'll come back to that. I want to get this little area done here. And yeah, I think we can make this look nice. Now, I'd like to get some planters in here. Let's come over to this one. That is a pretty big planter. I've just randomly grabbed that one. Let's just bring it in a bit because I want to have room for fences. So yeah, something like that. And then if we can use some of the differently sized ones. So we've got these sort of jiggity-jaggedy ones. What else have we got down here? These sort of small square ones. Ones with seats and benches. Let's just see what we can do with some of these. There we go. How about a little something like that? These little planters here that have just got like the low bushes in are great for just plopping a great big tree in. We've got another one over here, some benches, and then we've got paths, sort of walkways through there, which opens up this whole area to people. I think that's nice when you're coming into the city. Which way do you come into the city? Oh, you come into the city on this side, don't you? But as you look across, you can see all of that over there. So we may end up doing something similar with all of this in here, sort of opening this up to be, I don't know whether it would be parkland, but certainly making it look like something a lot nicer would be good. But yeah, I think that is a nice little use of that spot there. So let's take a look at the little school complex that we've got over here. Look at that. It is well used, which is good. Let's see how many people we've got in here. There's a dog there. 820 out of 1,000. Okay, well, that's not too bad. We're making lots of money, which is good. That's what I want to see. Just thinking if we could add alongside here. What have we got? We've got a sauna, sports hall and gymnasium, and a community pool. Well, if we can squeeze a sports hall and gymnasium in there, that is only going to make everybody happy. And then I'm thinking of a community pool. I'm sort of popping these things into places where I think, you know, nobody would like to live there. But who cares if you're coming to use a swimming pool and there's a road that runs behind it? I mean, that really makes no difference to you at all. Ah, it is an outdoor pool. So actually, maybe that would make a difference to you if you're swimming here and there's people coming past in their cars at, you know, 100 mile an hour right there. That is not what I was expecting it to be. Okay, maybe there is a better spot for that. Yeah, do you know what? I'm sorry. We're gonna just delete that. Let's get a refund and walk away from that one. Sorry. Here we go. How about a skate park instead? I don't think that'll be any problem. And then when I've got some parking lot assets, we can pop those in there. But yeah, I think that would be good. Oh, struggling with the power. Well, I know what to do about that. Into my budget. Let's up this to 100%. Oh, go on, 101% on everything. Why not? Let's be generous. Everybody okay with that? Yep, excellent. And then this area here, I think we'll try and get this to be a bit more plaza-y as well. Let's add in, I want to get that in the middle there. That's a nice little plaza park. Oh, there we go. Everyone's really happy with that one. I think that looks quite nice. Nice and manicured along there. And then we can build in maybe some shops around that as well. And then I've also got, what's this one here? So that's really small. Sewage plant park. No. Let's go for that on the corner. Yeah, that's got that same sort of manicured look, isn't it? Which is good. Yeah, I like that. And then we can do some detailing and maybe add some more shops into here as well. Sounds like the land value's going up as I'm plopping these down. Let's just check out. Oh, look at that. Land value is high all the way through the middle where Morgan Square is. This is not too shabby over here as well, where we've got these university buildings. These are all fitting in absolutely perfectly. This is the sort of look I was going for. Very good, very good. Yeah, I think what I'd like to do is actually make this a park, because then we can place some other buildings in here as well. So if we just paint a small park area around here, hopefully without messing anything else up. There we go. Yeah, that's all okay. Don't worry about that. We've got Hickory Grounds. I'm not worried about charging people to come in this one. It seems to be a thing I do recently with the parks. We don't sort of... Yeah, I'm not going to be filling this with all the park assets that we've got. But what I am going to be using is just some of the nicer assets that we've got with paths and trees and stuff like that. There we go. Just to go around that. We can see it's got like a way in on each side. So that's good. Might just do something similar with this one as well. Just sort of give that a little something something. And then up against this, I was thinking about popping in one of our sort of bigger parks that we've got. We've got this official park here. Area must have a main gate to make it work. Ah, okay. Well, let's just do that then. Oh my goodness me, and while we're just doing that, we've reached 8,000. We are absolutely flying in this episode. This is great. So now we're going to get the policies that I was after. A whole load of roads, monorail, we've got access to trains, metros, but oh my goodness, so many things, and some other assets from Avania as well. That is just nuts. So what I'm going to do is I am going to turn on in our policies this one here, small business enthusiast, big business benefactor, and industrial space planning. I always find just adding those just increases our money. It never seems to be a problem, so that's good. Unfortunately, this park area here has decided to start its own park. Can I not overdo that one? Nope, so we'll have to get rid of that. Make sure our park area goes right up to the edge. There we go. And they're going to put a small main gate there. Excellent. And a small side gate there. Very good. And then just sort of hook these up. And then along the back here, as I said, I wanted maybe something like this. It's going to be quite big, isn't it? I'm going to put it in anyway. We're going to put it up against there. Yeah, just a sort of central thing in there. And we can see if we can get our paths around here to maybe line up and look like this is where it should be. Let's see what we can do. There we go. A couple more trees around the outside just to make this a nice little area to come as well. A few more shops along the front. I think this little area has turned out fantastically. And the fact that this is almost filled up with a load of houses. This one here, I might need to plop a couple in. Oh, I'm really, really pleased with the way that that's turned out. So don't forget, we need some names based on maybe T and Snakus. What can you come up with? I've seen some interesting comments on the video before last, but yes, Snakus designed this area of the map. So it'd be interesting if we could get their name in here. And let me know what you think of my little mini services build. And wow, we've hit 8,000. This city is flying. So leave a like if you enjoyed, and then check out the next video on the screen. I'll see you all soon for the next one. Have a great day. Take care.